Today on the 737 NGXM, we're going to build the base for our new yoke. If you want to see how I build it, stick around. Now that all the parts have been cut, I start by marking where I need to pre-drill the holes to attach the sides to the bottom. Then, with the drill press, I will make the necessary holes along the four sides. I should have used a drill bit with a countersink attached to avoid me having to go back and countersink every single hole. Next, I mark where to pre-drill the holes for attaching the base to the cockpit platform. With the holes pre-drilled, it's time to attach the sides to the bottom of the base. I use for this exercise glue and screws. Next, I will pre-drill the four holes to attach the yoke to the base. I place the top part of the base on the floor and then place the yoke on top of it. Then with a square, I make sure that the yoke is perfectly centered. At which point I can start tracing the four holes. Now I can take the top back down and make the holes. Next, I place the top on the base and fix it with only 4 screws. I can now give it a quick sanding. I used 2 different sandpapers, first with a 150 grit and second time with a 280 grit. Finally, I can paint the base. I was actually recording the painting process, but I decided to use for the first time a spray gun. Well, let's just say that things did not go as planned and I had to end up doing a lot of tests first. I'm removing the top from the base so that I can use the 4 bolts to bolt the base to the actual yoke. Since the plan is to tighten the bolts really well, I also used some rings to prevent the wood from caving in from the pressure. Time to screw the base to the cockpit platform. First I place the yoke on top of the base, then I first by hand and after with a measuring tape, I make sure that the yoke is at the right distance from the end of the lights panel. With that done, I quickly align to check with using a square to check that everything is straight the way it should be. Now I can remove the yoke again very carefully, making sure that I don't move the base and screw the base to the platform. Something went wrong with the camera and I lost some footage, but you have a mismatch. I then basically brought the yoke back, I placed it precisely where it's supposed to go, and I just put all the screws back. Originally we had 4 already. I put those 4 back plus all the other 3 on each side, and it's basically the project is finished. This is really not going to move. Now, did I really need to put all those screws? Perhaps, you know, somebody would say it was a little bit of extreme, but the thing is, unless you really have had one of these in your hands, the springs that are inside here, they're so strong. This is actually quite high. You need to, now I know you don't have, when you fly you don't yank it, but still I think that over time having just like maybe 4 screws, or having if I had to screw this directly to the platform, I don't think would have been enough. Over time, this is at the end of the day MDF, and even though, like, not mistaken, this is an 18 millimeter pretty thick. I think with time the screw would start losing the holes up, and it start vibrating. So yeah, we do it once, we do it good, and this is really, I mean, you can see, really not going anywhere. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked. If you have any comments, please write them in the comment field below the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing it so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching again. To the next one.